Hey everybody, welcome back to the Dota 2 Canada Weekly Cup, sponsored by Xfire. I am, as you guys know if you're watching, I'm Wolf Dota. Thanks for tuning in. Lots of fun to have you guys here, and lots of fun to watch these guys play. Lecresha, a team I know, they've been doing very well in the Weekly Cups lately. I believe they've won one and come second or third in a couple of the others, so very good shows from them. Game Sense boys doing fairly well to make it to the, I want to say this is the second or third round, so won a handful of games already, good for them. Quickly into the phase as they've been burning through it. We've got Tidehunter, Jakiro, and Viper banned out for Lecresha Cybersports, Troll Warlord, Faceless Void, and Zeus banned out by GameSense Boys. I want to say it was the Brewmaster first pick, followed up by a Legion Skywrath, and then a Vengeful Spirit. So GameSense Boys, they're not afraid to show what they want to do. Now let's see, hopefully they can do it. They pick up a Skywrath. Legion combo is pretty standard. I'm sure everybody here has played against it or played it at least once. It's actually very good up against the Brewmaster as well. Blink Duel is almost instant, and then or the Silence coming from Skywrath instant from a very long range. They can do a lot there. And the unfortunate part is the Vengeful Spirit it can really mess up a duel, so they have to kind of be careful about that. And all in all, but we'll have to see how it works out. Maybe Blink Duel the Brew, Silence the Venge, and then ulti the Brew with the Skywrath Mage. So we'll have to see. Ogre Magi banned out by Lecresha Cybersports. Oh, sorry about that. And just waiting on the second last ban coming out for Game Sense Boys. Lecresha, um, kind of looking at the lineup, I assume they're going to want to pick up some decent control. I mean, they have a solid stun in the Venge, but they're going to need something else. Maybe they might pick up a Lina or a Lion here, which I'm not saying just for Legion, but overall as their second support, very good. Can harass very well in lane and put out a lot of damage as well as control going into the late game. Skywrath, game since they banned up the silencer. A little interesting there. Wanting to be able to global, not wanting to get globaled as they blink initiate with their Legion commander. But we'll have to see how they play it. Obviously a combo like this is you have to practice a little bit. It's not as easy as you think. You have to make sure that you know where the enemy team is. You don't want to blink duel somebody and then all of a sudden have them show up. But I wouldn't be surprised if Lecresha maybe go for either a very aggressive support or a very defensive one. Dazzle is an option still in the pool. Shadow Demon as well. Both Disruption and Shallow Grave can do a lot of work here. But we'll kind of have to see what they want to set it up with. They have some time to pick. They've got, I assume, their mid or off laner as well, and then a support. Game Sense Boys, I wonder if that's going to be like a mid Legion commander or a safe lane Legion. I mean, Legion off is also very, very good, but I'm just curious as to what they're going to want to do with that. We'll know from more in a pick or two here. See what their both captains are thinking. But burning out a fair bit of reserve time. Gonna look to. Not sure where they want to go with this. I mean, the pool is very open. They're gonna go with the Doombringer. This is the third Doom that I've seen today, with mixed results. I think he's done okay. I think he's lost both games actually. Now that I think about it, the offlane Doom in the other game. What's that? Yeah, offlane Doom against the Tide. Yeah, they got rolled, and so did the Doom in the last game that we were watching. So see if maybe GameSense Boys can break the streak, but Doom not having the best results here up in this tournament this week so far. I feel like the hero is good, but you need to provide him space, and he has to build for the late game. You don't pick him and then try and fight in the mid game. You want to fight in the late game. But well, hopefully they run him in the safe lane and give him some farm. He definitely needs it. I mean, he can recover well, but it's just tough. Russia Cybersports. They're going for their next pick here. Up against the Doombringer. I mean, they've got good initiation. Brew can blink, clap, ult. But he's got to be careful. Doom can really mess with that if he gets it off on the Brew before Brew can ult. Maybe a Linken's carrier wouldn't be bad here. Be block Legion Commander as well as Legion's Duel as well as Doom. So maybe something like a Morphling or a Weaver is an option here. Both of which are shut down fairly hard by Doom, but at the same time, they can build Linken's very effectively. Medusa would be another good hero here, as she can kind of just tank the Doom and not too worry about it too much, as well as building that Linken's. But we'll kind of have to wait and see. Depends how late they want to take it. They themselves, Lecresha that being, are burning up a lot of their own reserve time here. We'll have to kind of just give them a moment, I guess. The third pick coming out for them, 6th overall. It's gonna be a Centaur, so they pick up an offlaner, which I've seen banned out in 2 other games today. And I think it's a very solid offlaner, very good initiation. Someone else that can blink, go in with the brew, and if they're going in a small skirmish like a 2-on-2 kind of thing, where brew doesn't need to ulti. It's something that they can do over and over again. Like they can keep going for these little fights. They don't have to worry about long cooldowns. Even Stampede on a very short cooldown, especially when she's level 16. Hoof Stomp up fairly often, Double Edge always up. Thunderclap as well. But we kind of just have to wait and see. GameSense boys, they have their next pickup. I mean, what do you pick up against a Centaur Brewmaster that's just gonna farm up items and blink on you? They need ways to zone them out in the laning phase and do a lot of damage here. So right now, as far as zoning, Skywrath Mage is pretty good, but I think they need to pick up a ranged core. A Gyrocopter I think would be very good. I don't think Drow would be too good, but I think Gyro is probably their best bet here. They can pick him up at somebody who's very long range, does a lot of magical damage early, naturally wants to build a BKB, and gets fairly tanky. So, especially when space is being created for and by the Legion Commander. But, we'll kind of wait and see here. They're burning out most of their reserve time. Waiting with this one here, so hopefully they don't miss it and accidentally random a hero, but... Ooh. They pick up a Storm at the last second. So somebody that builds an Orchid can zip in, Orchid the Brew, go on him kind of thing. He's got to be careful though, because it's so hard to initiate it on a Centaur, especially when he can just Stampede away. Or a Brewmaster that can, if he gets Stampeded away and doesn't die to the Orchid, can just split on you. But we'll have to see what they want to do. Lecresha has a pick, 2 picks left, so they can get some more lockdown if that's what they decide. They have a support to pick it up, and I think, honestly, Lion or Lina right now wouldn't be terrible. Lion would probably be a lot better. The instant cast on his Hex is very good, as well as his laning stage is fairly effective. He never really has to go back to base if you build him properly. But we'll kind of just wait and see. You're going to go with the Shaker, so some solid long distance initiation, as well as somebody who can really mess with the duel. Get a good fissure off, split them up maybe, or just really help out from a solid distance, and then as tends to happen, lots of fights when there's a duel, both teams tend to clump around it, trying to get their team to win. Earthshaker can get a really nice echo off if the opportunity arises because of everybody clumping around the duel. We'll have to see here. It could be, I mean, the dream is real, but it could be a core shaker, which is always interesting. But final ban is a Slark from GameSense. Hero they don't want to deal with here, so they're expecting Lecresha to pick up another core. I think that's fine, and Lecresha really does need a safe laner here. I think Anti-Mage would be a good pick. They have the control they need to hold down the Storm Spirit, so Anti-Mage can pick up get a couple clicks off and burst him down, as well as the damage coming off of Skywrath Mage if he gets mana voided later in the game could be unreal. So I wouldn't mind seeing a Lecresha Anti-Mage. I think it would do very well. Kind of cancelled by the Storm Spirit. If he gets off a decent timing on his Orchid, but I mean, get a decent timing on a lot of different items, you can screw over a lot of different heroes. But I still like the AM pick. We'll have to see GameSense what they want to go for.
10 seconds to go.
They kind of need another support here. What support can really save them? I mean, they could go for something else to compare with the Legion, which I'm not too sure about, but they're gonna go with Dazzle. I think that's a really good choice. Keep the Legion Commander alive, helps them out in team fights with the Weave, providing them a lot of extra armor. Will help out against the Venge, and overall, just I think a very solid hero. Gives them a lot of sustain. So, I think that's a good pick. Lecresha, I mean, Axe is an option now. Blank Call, very good. Culling Blade, very good up against Dazzle. But they're gonna go with the Mappo pick. This is the second one I've seen today. You're gonna have to see how this goes. I mean, if teams are willing to pick Meepo, I think you're doing all right here. A little bit of lag coming up. Oh God, StarCraft player, help! That's funny.
Places, everyone.
But I'll quickly introduce the teams. We've got GS. We've got Sino playing the Legion Commander, sporting I think my favorite Legion set. I really like this one. I think it would look really ballin' with the Arcana. The Doom is going to be handled by Goog. Goog! Oh, that's good. Tom Dota 2 is playing the Skywrath Mage. On the Dazzle, we've got Sleepy. Hopefully he's not too sleepy and his fingers are nice and quick. Thermo is going to be handling the Storm Spirit. And that is your Radiant lineup. For the Dire, Lecresha Cybersports, we've got Kitty Cats with a funny face playing the Centaur Warrunner. Who's the StarCraft player of the Mapo? That is ASD on the Meepo. Ice Fraud is going to be handling the Brewmaster. Big Eyes is going to be on the Earthshaker. And last, but certainly not least, we've got Vengeful Spirit playing the Vengeful Spirit. I have no idea what they mean. Looks like there's something going on. Get this. Hopefully it's not a big issue. Meepo looks like he's back and ready, so it's all good. But it should be coming out here coming off shortly. Oh, Brown needs a restart. Looks like he's having some graphical issues, which is always unfortunate when things go wrong in the middle of games like this. Oh, the tears from, you know. Oh well. What do you do? I mean, it's at this point that I start looking at effigies. But we'll have to kind of wait and see here. This tiny one's fun. I like that. That's good. And he holding a giant tree. And I've seen this one before. I think I've seen this one, but it's very strange. I'm not sure about it. I don't feel comfortable with it. We've got a Enchantress one here. Looks like she's in death animation. I'm not too sure. Woe is me. Woe is me. What do you do? Ogre Magi is this one. Zach is shit at offline. Jeebus. Oh god. You're not to be.
Let's keep it clean, folks.
So as the laning stage takes effect, it looks like we're gonna have Skywrath, Dazzle, Doom in the bottom lane up against a Centaur. He's got an Obs, so we're probably gonna look to go get it off here, but they're gonna spot each other out. Ping comes out from the Doom. Centaur would have seen him as well. He's gonna back off. Didn't get the ward down. Legion's gonna be in the off lane up here, starting with a lot of tangos as well as ring of protection, so she should be okay. Centaur is gonna go hide in the Roche pit, maybe trying to juke him out, but then should be able to get this rune.
What's with all the scribbling?
Or Skywrath can go sit on top of it. Dazzle's there as well. Dazzle's actually might loop around. He probably doesn't see them. Skywrath's right there. He's gonna get a stun or a quick little arcane bolt. He's gonna get a stomp off as well. Dazzle still isn't skilled anything. Could go for a poison touch if he wants to. And he is. He's going to get it off. This is going to be your first blood. Poison touch is going to take him down. Oh, both they miss. Both uphill shots. Poison touch isn't enough to break the salve. Oh my god. RNGesus is on Kitty Cat's side. Oh. What are the odds of that? Both shots miss uphill and the salve doesn't break. Now, in case you're wondering, it has to do a certain amount of damage. It has to do, I believe the threshold is 20 damage to break a salve. So, level 1 poison touch does not do enough to break it. But he's very hurt. Already used up his salve before the creeps even got there. Goog's going to be pretty happy here. And I think Xeno is going to have a much better job up in the solo offlane for the Radiant. Can sit back and use overwhelming odds. That's what it is. Mappo in the mid lane should be okay against the Storm Spirit. I don't know. He's just got to play careful. Won't be taking too much damage from overwhelming odds, as he does have his natural Meepo-ness, the extra little bit of resistance there. But we'll have to kind of wait and see. I like your set. That's good.
The earth thanks you.
That's fun. And the teams are willing to chat a little bit with each other. But Storm Spirit up in the mid lane, and Meepo almost tied here, 7-1 against the 6-0. Storm Spirit, I'm not surprised we'll come out ahead in this one. But we'll kind of have to wait and see. Centaur's going to have a rough time here. Has a point up in return, so looking to do some extra damage here, but there's just not a lot he can do up against that harass coming from the Skywrath. Oh. Lecresha Cybersports, their Brewmaster's tanking up all of the creeps, as it looks like they pulled the one wave in, cleaned it up. Bench looking for level 2. Earthshaker doing a good job of getting a stack started in the jungle, as ASD goes up for the top rune or sends one of the meepos for it. And now that he's got 2, he can very easily control the runes. But although smoke comes out from the Earthshaker, they might look to go. Monster's rotating to the bottom lane. Very interesting here. Or if he's gonna, hopefully he doesn't go back into death, but I have to wait and see. Earthshaker still has a fair bit of time left on the smoke, so he should have plenty of time to get in position. Unfortunately, he's gonna get popped in the ward. I'm not sure if that sees him or not, though. Thermo is gonna back the other way, so the ward would have spotted him. They should know that there's a ward there. Oh, hanging out on the dazzle. Pull through, and it's gonna get one creep. One creep only, but still. That's going to starve the Centaur a little bit of experience. He gets a nice ward down to block the camp. We'll be alright with that. Now as smoke comes out from the Radiant side, they're going to look to maybe get a kill on ASD. He's going to get found out. Silence? Not yet. There it is. Silences him just in time. They wait until the last second, and one more arcane bolt and a handful of right clicks. That should be enough. Oh, he lives! And the fissure from Big Eyes is there. Oh, man. That Meepo living with 20-some health. Going to be able to just get away from it. And he's now going to be just farming up with the other Meepo. Nice plays there. They needed one more right click. Unfortunate for GS. Brewmaster sitting there. Ice Fraud himself playing in this game. And he's just kiting the creeps. Doesn't want him to go into the tower. Makes it a little bit too difficult for last hit. And now both Meepos healed up and back in the lane. Ice Rod has actually done a good job of coming back in CS. Nice fissure comes out. Net's going to land. They're going to need another net, though. It's going to be there. The poofs are there as well. One more right click, and that's going to be your first blood. Big Eyes comes through and does secure it with a punch. Nice right hook to get that kill. But they're able to nicely and quickly pick off that Storm Spirit. Both nets being there just in time to really hold him down. And Vengeful Spirit saving a double damage rune for the Meepo. I believe he's got that bottled. Yeah. Goog doing a good job in the bottom lane all by himself. He's got 16 and 6. Centaur's only at 8 and 2, so he's doing a decent job of shutting down the Centaur, even though they're both melee heroes. Normally Centaur does fairly well against other melees, but Dooms has had the help of his supports in and around, so gonna be alright with that. Earthshaker has rotated through again. Might be looking for another pickoff with the fissure. Hanging out the Vengeful Spirit here up there, but not sure if they're going to want to go. And with this pack leader's aura, the wave has probably been pushing the entire time, so a little bit unfortunate there. Honestly, I think at that point you just turn on the Ring of Basilius and just do your best to try and force down the enemy tower, as the creep wave is going to push no matter what you do with the extra damage that they're doing. So we'll kind of have to wait and see here. Also, might be going for a Vlad's, which I think is a very good pickup on Doom if you go with the double auras and just kind of go aura Doom. Vlad's AC, pack leader's aura, and whatnot. Oh, fissure lands. Unfortunately, the nets. Oh, they are going to be there. The poofs are going to come through. He pulls one. Unfortunately, I think that Meepo is going to go down. It does go down. Oh, just not quite there. If he'd gotten that second poof off, that would have been a dead Storm Spirit. So, unfortunately, doesn't get the kill. And a very nice rotation coming out from the Radiant side. GS with good map awareness and positioning from their supports, able to keep their Storm alive, and all in all, finish off the Meepo. Because even if Storm had been there, they needed the extra damage to finish off that one Meepo. Base Rune has spawned in the top lane. Tom's going to find it.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
And just quickly picks it up. This top lane has been much quieter than the bottom lane, as Centaur drops to the Doom. Did he get Doom? Yes, he did. Doom was used. Looks like he just chased him down and clicked him with Scorched Earth. So, nice solo kill coming out for the safe lane Doombringer. Gonna put him very far ahead of that offlaner. And honestly, what's the net worth thing? Yeah, he's doing fairly well. He's leading the charts right now. Brewmaster and Meepo are fairly close. Looks like they're gonna go. Legion still level 3. Unfortunately, doesn't have a whole lot going her way. Brewmaster might have been able to go on her there. Next time he has a clap up, she's gonna have to be very careful. Can run at him clap. Oh, doesn't have the mana to split afterwards, so that's not an option right now, but in the future it will be. Big Eyes has his mana boots picked up for himself, and Thermo on the Storm Spirit has his treads in a bottle, so quite a ways off from that Orchid. Fortunately, not having the best of time. Has died once. I mean, it's not something you can't come back from at all, but it's just it delays his Orchid timing, which is something you very much want when you're going up against a Brewmaster. You need to be able to zip in, get that silence off, and then burst him down very quickly, or have the follow-up stuns coming out from either the Legion Commander, or the follow-up silence from Skywrath, or the stun from the Legion, in the form of the duel. Doom, is he going Midas? Does he have one? Yes, he is going Midas, so he's got that falling out to himself right now. And did he get that last hit in the catapult? And he crits there. I think the Pack Leader Aura is honestly one of the best things you can pick up. Giving him basically level 1 Jug crit for free, and then 30% more base damage is unreal. Especially on a hero that has a very high strength gain like Doom does. He's got 3.2. I mean, it's very, very good. I really like going that strat whenever I play him. He picks up his Midas as well, so he's got securing himself a very solid farm between Devour and the Midas usage here. They might look to go on the Storm Spirit. They've only got level 1 or level 2 net though, so not quite long enough range. Bench doesn't have swap yet either, so couldn't pull it back. Looks like the Radiant support's getting pinged out quite a bit here. They're pinging out that there's a ward somewhere. Oh, they're gonna find they're gonna find it with the sentry. Be able to pick that up. That's always good to see. Legion Commander is almost level 6, sitting at level 5 right now. And that's an advantage with an Invis. Gonna look to go. Oh, why didn't they go there? Now they're gonna go. Clap, stun, enchant totem, fissure, easily cleaned up. And they're just gonna back off, pop the mana boots, and nothing lost at all. Get a nice free pick off on the offlaner. And they're gonna be able to push into this tower a little bit if they want. They still have Brew Split, so he can clap and then split if he wishes. And now has a Blink Dagger as well. Oh man, Skywrath, you're gonna have to be very careful. Fissure comes out, blink, clap, crit, silence before you can get a split off. Uh-oh. That doesn't matter. He gets a nice crit and cleans him up. Watch out, Dazzle. I'm not sure if you want to be here. Thinks about going in, but gonna decide better of it. Lots of things coming out onto the Venge. But just gonna walk away. Now Venge now picked up level 6, has Nether Swap. And actually going for the, I kind of like that build. Maxing Wave of Terror, getting 1 point in each early. I don't know, I usually go for the max missile because I rely on the damage from it when I play, but I'm not playing with a coordinated group of people. Just with my friends in pubs. Either way. You know, really needs to get level 6, and then they also have to get the Skywrath level 6 as well, but not a lot they can do about it right now. They're just very starved for levels at the moment. They need to take some fights. Nice Fissure coming out. Some good damage, and that's a free Fissure. Pops his mana boots right away, and just some harassing damage here. ASD has half of his eggs, more than that. Half of eggs on him, and then another half item. He's actually got most of the item on him as well. Did a Meepo? Oh, they just cleared up a stack, I guess. 1,000 gold away from an Aghanim Scepter, and at that point, it's going to get very tough for them to deal with him. Yeah, he gets he gets one more Meepo with his Ags. Oh. Fortunately, Dazzle picked off in the top lane. Split was used, so was Fissure. They're going to be able to find the Legion Commander. Enchant Totem stun as well, and they're going to be able to clean him off. He pops his overwhelming odds. He's going to be able to get away. Oh, maybe not. Big Eyes snipes him with a Fissure. Nicely done. Vengeful Spirit there as well. But that's just another pick-off going their way, especially on this offlane Legion, which is meant to create a fair bit of space, I imagine, for the Doom, who has been farming well and is like second on the chart as far as CS and net worth. But I just worry that he's not going to be as effective as they need him to be early. Centaur's getting close to a Blink Dagger. little over halfway there. And once he gets that, it's going to be pretty easy to go on them. They're going to have double blinks. Meepos are going to be in abundance all over the place. And he's got his eggs now at, well, by the time he gets to him, it'll probably be 12 minutes flat. Very impressive timing coming up for him. The StarCraft player is real. Sleeping on the Dazzle. I'm not level 6 yet either. And where are these hero levels? Like, look at the discrepancy between the Radiant and the Dire here. Both supports and the offlane are level 5. Legion just ticked over to level 6 now. So hopefully can maybe find a duel. And Doom's going to get picked off in the bottom lane by the big beefy squad. All the muscle converging onto the Doombringer. Going to be able to find him. But back to what I was saying, it's just the level discrepancy is very much hurting them right now. That said, they're going to be able to go in. Meepo is there, though. They're going to be able to stampede away, so they almost lose the Storm Spirit, but he's able to zip out just in time. And the Meepos prevent a kill from going on to their Revenge. Up in the top lane, Legion trying to get some farm here. Has gloves of speed, haste, sorry. And he's going to build treads. That's fine. Hey guys, just farming away. Guns, creeps as needed. Farming the enemy jungle very aggressively as a support, which they've not pressured him at all. I mean, Doombringer, it's hard to place the blame on somebody who's been playing very well and getting very good farm as he is, but his team needs to start getting a little bit active here. This Meepo is going to start snowballing very quickly. He's going to have a Blink Dagger soon. They've already got one up on the Panda. Once they get one on the horse and the cow, it's going to be a sad, sad day for GS. They might be looking to go themselves. They're actually going to... The cow, Big Eyes, is going to get spotted out here. Doom is in the area. Going to throw the Doom onto him. And he's going to drop, so he's going to try and feed himself to neutrals. Doesn't quite get there in time. Centaur in the area. Blink, clap, and stomp. Split used as well. They're going to get a kill off on the Legion Commander before she can do anything. And are they going to get it there? Meepo's there with a nice net on 2. The other Meepo's a little bit slow to come in. But in the end, they're going to find the Dazzle. They're going to look to go. Boulder's going to come out, and Gorg's in a rough place. Net's going to follow up as well. That's going to hold him in place. And the right clicks are going to be enough to clean him up. Actually, Kitty Cat with the triple kill. Uses a stomp to secure that one. And he's now got a Blink Dagger, plus 800. That was a big fight going their way. Fight recap, not showing it all, but that was 3 kills for none. And no response is going to be had here. With Vengeful Spirit and all these Meepos, nothing they can do is go quickly do Roshan. The Panda can debuff him once he gets a point up in Drunken Haze, give him that mischance, and then the Meepos just do an unreal amount of damage as the Geostrikes do stack. So, Vengeful Spirit as well there with the Vengeance Aura. Very good for the Meepos, as all he does is build stats, and then the minus armor. Quickly clear up Roshan. Sure. Oh, nice blink coming out from Ice Rod, as the Legion Commander tries to run up and get a duel off. Darth Mage is level 6 now, does have his Mystic Flare, but I'm not sure that's enough damage. They need this Brewmaster to be mostly dead. They're going to go for it, but I think this is a bad choice. They're just going to feed over some free damage. Oh, maybe not. They lose their Skywrath, though. See, I think if Centaur maybe gone for... Oh, bit miscommunication there. They're going to find him anyway. That's 2-0. And they're lucky they didn't give up any damage here. Now the Dazzle's going to go down. Yeah, Fissure and Double Edge comboed. Drops very quickly. That's 3 kills again going their way for nothing. And Panda Split's going to be up in 45 seconds. And it's the Brew who's going to be going for a Vlad's. Unsurprisingly. Doom takes out the bottom tower, has 2,600 gold at the bank. Not sure what he wants to go for. Picks up a Blink Dagger of his own. Oh boy. I don't know if that Blink Dagger is going to be what you need to fight, buddy, but we'll have to see. Meepo Prime now has his Blink up and running. Gonna maybe look for a pickoff. He can get a kill on the Storm Spirit if he can hold him in place, but Storm Spirit's got a full mana pool. He can find the Doom, though. Gotta be careful here. Gonna find an Invis Rune. Storm Spirit zipping around, just trying to farm up, getting close to that Orchid here, which, I mean, is not the worst. Oh, he's bottled it. He's just running at them all out and about. He's going to poof himself here, pops the Invis Rune, and that is some ballsy-ass play coming out from him. Storm Spirit has very little mana, going to get found by the Meepo. Net, and all the other Meepos just appear, and he drops. He doesn't even unstealth his Meepo Prime. That's That's an impressive amount of play. Doom comes out onto the Centaur, but Meepo's there, blinks forward, and the other Meepos are going to show up as well. Gog is going to go down very quick. Panda goes through, doesn't have enough mana, needs to pop his stick. Echo Slam from Big Eyes. That quickly cleans it up. He's got himself a double kill, and that's Ice Rod unstoppable. Meepos are around and abundant. Going to look to go. The only one left is the Legion Commander, who is sitting way back. This is going to be a tier 1 and a tier 2 for sure. Maybe not a tier 2 if they don't want to push it. I think they go Roche now, though. I don't know why they haven't done that yet or haven't gone straight there. Maybe they are. Sending one map out top. Venge is on the way. Has a medallion as well. And it looks like that's the game plan. They drop some vision here. They're going to get spotted out by this ward, as the Radiant would have seen them going into the Roshan pit. But I don't think there's a whole lot they can do, especially with how quickly Roshan is dropping. Like, all of these Geostrikes and the minus armor just dropping incredibly fast. And now that's a Meepo with an Aegis. What's he got coming out in the Crow form? An Ultimate Orb, so probably Scotty, I would guess. Maybe going for the Sheep Stick. Either or. Stats are very good on the Meepo. Brewmaster's got 1,300 gold. Waiting for whatever he wants to pick up next. And Goog on the Doombringer. I think he should have saved up for something big. Like, honestly, even going Radiance late like this, I think would have been better off than getting the Blink Dagger. I don't think the Blink is going to be able to help him win team fights the same way. Or if he had maybe gone, like, if he'd gone Radiance into, like, a Heart or something, I think he'd be way better off. I realize that that's a lot of farm and that a Blink Dagger is only a little bit of that. But I don't think he should have, oh, they're going to look to go. Blink Doom does come out on the Panda. Duel as well is there. Panda runs back through to the Duel, but they still haven't been able to kill him yet. They throw out the Mystic Flare. He does finally drop, but they've lost 3. Vent 2 now. Oh, 4 for 3 exchange in the end. Goog, the big winner there. 3,000 gold in the bank after that fight. Holy crap. You got 2k gold for that. So, they take a fight with the Meepo's not there. And they pay for it. Honestly, that's the majority of their farm. That's a lot of their net worth lead. At any rate. And, a little bit of a misplay, I think, but not going to hurt them too bad. Like I said, Doom is the only one who survived. And I mean, not that you ever want to feed Doom, but just as it turns out, it's not the worst in the world. Unfortunately, like I said, the Doom was used on the Panda, so Blink Dooming the Panda, I think, is okay. That's fine, but up until then, I was a little worried that they wouldn't be able to take a fight even with a Blink Dagger. But they proved me wrong, as they take a decent trade at any rate. Looks like they're just going to go back bottom and look to push again. Meepo has a DD rune bottled, and I'm not sure if the effect of DD transfers to all the Meepos as when he pops it or what, but if it did, that'd be pretty impressive. That's quite the ward. Fancy. Meepo's going up in the top lane. They get the ward in the bottom lane as the Meepo rotates up to the top. This Legion Commander, I worry about what he's going to be able to go. Gonna have to. I think Maelstrom is the thing you go because it'll help you farm. The damage from it is good. The procs from it are nice. Not sure if Blade Mail is really effective here. I think you're taking too many sources of damage. But they're gonna actually find each other. Panda could go if he wants to. He's actually just gonna turn and keep farming. And you get hit by the overwhelming odds, and in the end, you're gonna just have to back off. They think it's warded, but it's not. So maybe unfortunately baiting his team into wasting some resources. Fissure, oh, it's there. Thermo, it is gonna have to zip away. Quickly zips far back, burning all of his mana. Meepo's there though. He's gonna catch the Dazzle. All the other Meepos show up. Dazzle only got caught by Geostrike once. Gonna throw it a long-range net. So far, he's been able to dodge it. Stomp, that's gonna finish him off. Can't run from that amount of mobility. And they're gonna quickly clean it up. Now, are all these Meepos hitting for that bonus damage? Yes, they are. Holy crap. ED Rune too strong. Quickly clean all this up. And it is a Scythe of Ice picked up by the Meepo Prime. So, he's got that Blink Hex if he wants it, and geez, the tower melts. They clean up another tier 2, poof all the Meepos mid, kill a Skywrath Mage, Just kind of casually. Looks like they're going to clean up all the clean up the creeps and just kind of go ahead and push wave in. They've still got. Do they have Aegis still? I believe they do. They should have it for 40 seconds left, so they can. Meepo can go ham for the next like 40 seconds. Not worried about it all. I think they get this tower and they just back off now though. Maybe go in carefully, push mid or sorry bottom, finish off that other tier 2. But oh well. Looks like they're actually gonna go very aggressive here. They're gonna find a kill on the Legion Commander. Storm Spirit kept alive by the shallow grave, but cleaned up by the Meepo dots. He's gonna go down, and with 2 of them dead, buyback is up on Legion. They might look to push high ground. Aegis still up, gonna expire very shortly though. Gonna have to be quick about that. And Fissure, we get a blink stomp as well. Goog dropping, and he is gonna go down. That's a triple kill for the Meepo. Aegis still up on him. Gonna be reclaimed now though, so he's gonna have to be aware of that. Oh, that's a big overwhelming odds. They're gonna look to clean up the that tower there. Oh, looking for the duel onto the Brewmaster. He's gonna get it. All the Meepos come in. It's a very hurt Centaur. He goes in, gives his life, but the Brew wins the duel. And blink, we get a nice crit, and the Meepo poofs. Oh, they quickly clean up one. Meepo, I think there's some of them dropping fairly low. Yes, they are, but in the end, it's not gonna matter. Stormtrooper with the long zip is gonna miss though. Unfortunately, Fissure there is gonna save him. He's gonna blink the Meepos back, gonna look to feed it, and that's GG. Well played, called. GG, well played, going towards Lecresha Esports. They prove that they're still very strong, and they're hungry for their second win. And nicely played, coming out from the side of... yes, the GS guys. Well done from them. They had some good games today. Hopefully they don't take it too harshly, but it was a good game, well played. The Meepo, just too strong. ASD proves that he is very, very good at it. And look at that, he's level 23 in 23 minutes. His XP per minute, 1234. Jeez. He played a phenomenal game. I mean, it doesn't look like he got that many kills, but just the amount of pressure that he could do, there's just nothing they could have done to that. But either way, good game, well played. Lecresha, they're going to advance. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I might have one or a couple more games coming up for you, so stay tuned. I'll maybe pull up the bracket again and talk about it in a moment, but enjoy some music for a minute or two, and keep it classy.